Right then, welcome back to another vid, another new series. Don't worry, it'll last about a week and then I'll get bored and come up with another idea, knowing me. But I thought Titanfall Tuesday, because of the two. Titanfall Thursday doesn't work. Titanfall Tuesday, it's got a good ring to it. But like I say, tomorrow morning I'll kind of get up, maybe reply to one or two comments, if I'm fortunate enough to receive any comments, and I'll think, Christ, that was a stupid idea. Knock it on the head. But maybe not, we might stick with it and it might become a relatively regular feature. And not just that, but quite frankly, I've got probably a good 5, 6, 7 games in full, in their entirety, of Titanfall, so I might as well use them. Some of them are really good, some of them are pretty average. But as ever, as I always do with these kind of COD vids, the Forza vids, the Thursday Drive or whatever it is, I just use them just for some footage in the background. It's not really about showing off skills necessarily. I'd like to, do well, but it's all about just having a bit of a chat, a bit of a kind of a vloggy kind of thing. So yeah, if you see like a COD video coming in your inbox, don't think, oh bloody hell, he's going to give me the latest news on Call of Duty. I'm not. I couldn't give a rat's ass about the latest news on Call of Duty. It's just something to have on in the background. But that's that. So anyway, this is a game on a map called Overlook, and it's the Attrition mode. And just to kind of remind people, or maybe to tell you for the first time, Attrition mode is essentially a big team deathmatch of sorts. But the big difference with this is that the bots are included in the game, or the bots kills, or bot kills, I should say, are included. And I like the way they break it down, because if you kill a bot, like a Spectre or a Grunt, you get 1 point for your team. If you kill a pilot, in other words, a human-controlled player, you get 4 points. And if you kill a Titan, or I guess destroy rather than kill, either way, you get 5 points. So, it encourages you, basically, to go after the human players. Oh, check this out, by the way. So I'm running away. There's a guy clearly sees me from behind, because he shoots at me, as you can see. And he goes to kick me, check this out. How amazing is that? Whilst he's in the middle of performing a melee on me, I do a melee on him and kick him in the face. Obviously got strong steel cap boots to be able to kill him with a kick. But hey, what can I say? Skills. Through experience I get those strengths. So that was kind of funny. And he must be raging, he'll be watching that, thinking, how the hell did that happen? Because he was actually in the middle of performing the kick as I kind of executed it on him. So that was I owned him big time there. So anyway, I get my Titan, and with the XO16 chain gun, I'm killing a few humans, and that's the greatest satisfying thing about this game. You can shoot the bots, as I was touching upon a minute ago, and it does feel good, racking up your kills, but it's nothing quite like killing human players. It just feels more of an achievement. I guess because human players are ultimately more skilled. Now, I will say, when you're in the Titan, it can be an extremely powerful weapon. You may say overpowered. I guess the way to counteract that is to get in one yourself on the opposition team, because if you're on foot, you're going to get absolutely caned. And like I say, it can be very difficult to escape, but it evens itself out, because it's the same for everyone, I guess. But look at this, I'm just absolutely mowing people down there, and I think there's another one, kind of stupid. I don't know why he's coming out trying to fight me when I'm in a Titan. That was kind of more his fault. If you see a Titan coming at you, run away. Just shoot from a distance, get the rocket launcher out, or whatever it is, lock on weapons, and somehow try and get 1 or 2 hits in, but don't try and take one down if you're on foot by yourself. I think that's kind of a little bit foolish. Just escape, just get out of there. If I'm being completely honest, I think there are too many, or the possibility is there, for too many Titans to be on the map at any one time, and it can make the gameplay feel a little bit slow and cumbersome as you're kind of whacking into each other. It just feels a little bit too congested. I guess maybe that is a result of the fact that getting a Titan is actually quite easy. You've only got to rack up a few kills, it's nothing too taxing. And I think that's a good thing though, really, so I'm kind of contradicting myself in a sense. But I do think it's a good thing that Titans are relatively easy to call in, because it gives everybody the experience of controlling one. Because there's nothing worse than, playing, particularly a first-person shooter, where you're playing against people who are constantly getting all the high-end weapons and all the high-end perks. Because they're skilled, they're good at the game. Yes, they're being rewarded for putting the practice and the patience in, I guess, but it puts off newcomers, people who aren't very good, who maybe are just playing for a bit of fun, just a light, casual kind of first-person shooter gamer. Maybe they're not very good, but they just want to play it for the enjoyment, for the banter, playing with their mates. And I think, by having the Titans relatively easy to call in, I think that probably is a good thing. But like I say, the flip side is that at times you can get 4, 5, 6, 7, Titans on a map at once, and it does feel a little bit too congested. Now, what we're going to see in a second is me yanking out a pilot. Now, that's not a euphemism, believe it or not. It is a literal me pulling a pilot out from his Titan machine, I guess. Still sounds like a euphemism, doesn't it? But my one complaint about this, and you'll see it in a second, it doesn't feel strong enough. Like, there he is, this is the guy, I'm shooting at him there. I think he kills one of my teammates, or at least destroys the Titan, and then he's coming for me. Stupid move. And I get close in, and as you can see, I pull him out. Now, I throw him, but I hardly throw him at all. It's like 2 yards. And you'd assume that, you know, if you're in, like I say, a big, all-conquering Titan, you'd assume that you'd throw him like the other side of the map. So maybe they can change that in a future patch, maybe not, I don't know. But this now is the epilogue. Now, the epilogue happens at the end of every game. If you're on the winning team, you've got to destroy the enemy's mothership, essentially. You've got to stop them evacuating. If you're on the losing team, you've got to get to the extraction point and escape. And I completely screw this up, look at this. So just to get that one kill, I hide in the corner, and he comes in, and I'm stuck there right in the corner, can't get out of it. That was stupid. You'll see it says there, and you'll see at the end, that it says no deaths against my name. And that's because in the epilogue, it doesn't count. It's kind of like a sudden death, stats don't count kind of situation. So I don't actually get any deaths during the course of the game. So yeah, it's sudden death essentially, and it can make for a really tense experience. It can be really difficult, you know, and I think teamwork is pivotal to either escaping or preventing the opposition from escaping. So anyway, we win the game, and that's the most important thing. Didn't get to survive the epilogue, but maybe next time. So thanks for watching. I'll have another video up, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, or whenever. Until then, see you later.